So a long time ago, I discovered that anytime I buy blenders, within 3 to 6 months, the blender dies. But after a while, I was tired and I decided to learn the proper way to use blender. So I'm going to be sharing with you what I have learned over the years on how to use blenders and get the best life out of them. Number one, make sure you read the manual. Blenders might look like something really easy to use, but the truth is there are some hidden things the manufacturer wants you to know in the manual. Read very well before using any blender you buy. Number two, don't overfill the blender. I actually don't fill anything I want to blend to the brim. Instead, I fill it almost to where the calibration is, and that helps me to know that when I'm blending, I'm safe. The blender is not going to end up smelling and dying off on me. Number three, try to cut your ingredients into smaller chunks so that it's going to be easier on the blenders. Number four, add liquids first, especially when it comes to smoothies. I like to add my milk or yogurt first before adding the frozen fruits. Number five, blend based on the voltage of the blender. Some blender comes in lower volts while some with higher volts. If you have a smaller volt blender, don't crush ice in such a blender. The blender is going to die on you. Number six, avoid blending hot liquids in your blenders, except otherwise stated. By the time you pour hot liquids in some blenders, the blender dies off. So be sure to know if the blender calls for hot or cold or both. Shetigbo. Number seven, don't run your blender for too long. Some blender requires just 1 minute run time and some requires 2. So if it requires 1 minute and you are blending for 3 minutes, the engine of the blender is going to end up getting burnt. Number eight, it's okay to give breaks in between your blending process. If the blender is running too long and you have a lot of things to blend, it's advisable to blend, stop for a few minutes, blend again, stop for another few minutes until you are done blending everything. Apart from that, just regular maintenance like washing your blenders, soap and water, and don't wash in the dishwasher. Also, it's important not to soak your blender. Once you're done using the blender, just wash immediately. Also, be sure to store your blender in a cool and dry place so that the blender does not end up rusting or getting moldy. If you've tried all this and your blender still dies on you, you've probably bought a fake blender. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.